Okay, so week 2, the first week that we really start doing a lot of work. Everything up to now has been set up, preparing to do the things you're going to do this week. Slack, learning how to use OpenLab, learning how to use Perusall, and that's what's going to become important as we go through this week. So let me go through it pretty quickly. Here's the list of due dates, and the weekly overviews are going to look kind of like this from now on. They'll have the dates on them for what's happening those days and what's due on those days. Okay, so I'm hoping that we will have had that we have a optional Zoom meetup on the 1st. We'll see how that goes with the doodle poll. May change it. Also by the 1st, everybody be sure to put your topics and ideas for the team projects on the Padlet. Right, there's the click. Okay, well that's just me goofing around. But put them on there so we can see, and be sure to comment and say, I like this one, I could work on this one, start trying to sort of connect on the ideas on the Padlet. And also be sure you posted your introduction on OpenLab so that I can have some sense of who people are when I put these teams together. So on Wednesday, I'll assign the groups. I'll put all the names on each team's folder in the Google Drive and also on the announcements page. Once again, here's the drive, and these will have names next to them when I get done with them on Wednesday the 2nd. Okay, so as soon as that happens, find a way to start working together. Connect with each other on Slack. You can email each other, whatever works best. You can email each other on OpenLab. Once you've joined, there's an email function when you go over to see the members. So everybody fills out. The first thing to do is fill out that individual assessment, strengths, weaknesses, challenges. And then as a group, you can work whatever way you can get the group working, whether it's on a collaborative document or however you want to do it, to do your team charter, how you deal with issues, and then start teasing out the tasks and the schedules and the roles that people are going to play. Okay, so all that stuff again is in the team folders. And it also includes brainstorming and making assignments for this 500-word article summaries that I'll talk about in just a second. Okay. And also, I just remembered something. Our Zoom link is always live. So if you want to use the Zoom to meet as a group, feel free to. I don't have to be there. It's just any of y'all can use it. Right, so on the Monday, the 7th, read and comment on Perusall. You've already done that with the syllabus assignments. Same thing. There'll be sure. I have a prompt in there for you, actually, for you all to respond to. So you'll find it when you read it. This is important stuff because it's about audience, and technical writing is way more about audience than you think it is, because you have to consider bosses and high tech and low tech and no tech people that you're writing for, and which is an important part of this course. So these are things to think about. Also genres, what you choose to write about, is also covered in this. So be sure to read that and comment on the prompt, and talk to each other if you want to. And please do. I encourage that. Also by the next Monday, write a private OpenLab post about how things are going, what's going on with the team, complaints, gripes, questions, anything. Now, how to make it private? I think it's on the how to create a post, but let me show you how to do it. It's just when you create a post and you're getting ready to publish it, you click publish. Where is it? You're going to have to pick categories. So if you see here when you do settings, you see visibility, change it from public to private. And that way only you and I will be able to see it. So that's how to change that from public to private. Again, put that up. That's going to be due every week for 3 weeks. So be sure to do that by the time the week 3 starts. And then the big writing assignment that each individual is going to have to do is this 500-word article summary. So let me cover that really quickly. Now, this is supposed to help you. It's meant to help your team with the basic research for your report. So as a team, you might want to think, well, what areas do we need to cover in terms of the context of the problem, the history of it, solutions people have tried before, just anything that you can think of that you might want to do some initial research on. This is the place to do it. So this is how to do the 500-word article summary. 500 words. It's 500 words, just like it says. Let me pull it over here. There we go. So, again, context, history, technical, scientific aspects, whatever you want to talk about is fine. Whatever the team thinks that you need to do some work on would be great. So this is how you'll do it. It's all in APA format, and this is the process for it. The other thing that goes on in this 500-word thing is that the next individual assignment is called an expanded definition about a term, a key term in the field. So you kind of be looking for terms that, that people use when they're talking about your particular subject. I've lost something here. Let me go back. Okay, here we go. So the first thing you need to do is to use the library's journal databases to find peer-reviewed articles. And the way to do that is, go back over here, that's where I meant to go. Go to here, go to library materials, say I want to find something on urban technology, and I'm looking for articles, obviously. And I go search. Thank you very much. These are all peer-reviewed. They're available online, so you want to grab the PDF and read it. If it's something that your team has decided you want to do some look into more closely for your report. All right, so that's where you can find these things. Simple, it's right down here, library materials. All right. Next thing you're going to do, bring my summary back up here, is read the article from start to finish. Right now, reading technical articles can be tricky. My suggestion is to look at the abstract, the introduction, and the conclusion, really, more than anything else, and then to see what's going on and sort of get the general. The abstract will kind of walk you through most of the article itself. So read those things, make some notes, and say, these are the things I think are going to happen. And also, as you're doing that first quick look for subheads and tables, because they're also important for giving you basic information. That'll make it a lot easier. And then go back and read the whole thing and make annotations as you go. If you want to upload this into Perusall, let me know. It's certainly fine. And I think students I enabled students to be able to do that. But that's up to you. It's a nice annotation tool for anybody in the class to use. So then go back and after you've done your annotations, make a reverse outline. And this is simply you read. I do this with my students when I'm teaching how to do revisions of essays. You read everything, or you read a paragraph, and then someplace else you note this paragraph is about one sentence, and you read the next paragraph. This paragraph is about one sentence. So you've got a sort of a little mini outline that you can look at. That's a whole bunch of summaries. They're one-sentence summaries of what's in each paragraph, and then you can kind of put all those summaries together, and you've got the basic outline for this summary, right? And that's really all you do. Type it up using the template. You're writing a long memo, and then you upload it into the folder on the Google Drive. Now here's an example here's a sample of just a template for it, right? So it's to me, from you, the date, and the subject, and the summary of whatever the article is. I'm not about virtual reality, but whatever the subject is. And then this little introduction part here is sort of standard, and then everything from here down is your 500 words, right? And you can summarize, you can make, it's nice to make paragraphs because I hate reading something that's all one paragraph. This stuff right here, this lorem ipsum, has been used by designers for a really long time. It's nonsense. But it means don't read this. It doesn't mean anything, right? That's what this is. So that's how to do the 500-word article. Well, let me show you. I actually have got an example here from another class. Right, this one, and this is again, it's here on the Open Lab site. Here's what it's not to me, it's to another instructor. Here's the subject. Here's that first little paragraph, and then they've gone through and they've looked at the important points, and they made a little short paragraph about each of the important points that the authors are trying to get across to the audience. This is 500, and I think this part of it is like 500 some odd words. The whole thing's only 560, and I think this part of it is, let me go double check. This part is 460 words, right? So you're in good shape, but this will give you an idea of how it should look, how long it should be. It's just in terms of visuals. And again, don't copy this because it's not your article, but because I'll know what it is. But this is what they should look like. So that's an example of, again, there's the instructions. This is all right here. Now this is a link to the Purdue's OWL on APA, how to do APA formatting and style guide, and it'll tell you everything, oh my gosh, you'll ever think you can stand to know. General formatting, I wish they didn't do this. General formatting, how to set up reference lists, how to do basic citations. Anything you need to know about APA is right here, and that's why I put that link on there. All right, so that's what we're doing. Groups are getting together, teams are getting together, starting to communicate with each other, figuring out what kind of research you need, and people going off and writing a 500-word summary of an article that will then end up one way or another in your technical manuals, technical reports, not manuals. All right, so that's it for week 2. As usual, if anybody has questions or comments or it's really totally lost, you can email me, or better yet, send me a text on Slack. Okay, I will see you on Zoom, I hope.